After 28 years of marriage, my husband emptied our entire retirement fund. $850,000. Gone. I thought it was fraud. A mistake. Until I saw where the money went. A luxury mansion. With a pool. A 3-car garage. And the owner was my sister. And in that moment, I realized something worse than losing money. I had just lost my husband, my future, and my family, all at once. Hi everyone, my name is Claire. After 28 years of marriage, my husband Robert and I were supposed to retire next year. We had sacrificed so much, skipped vacations, drove old cars, and I gave up my dream of a big kitchen remodel, all so we could build a solid retirement fund, over $850,000. Enough for us to travel the country in an RV, visit Europe, and finally enjoy the life we worked so hard for. But one single phone call from our financial advisor changed everything. He told me our retirement account was almost empty. The money was gone. My husband had secretly spent every penny, buying my own sister a luxury mansion. Today I'm telling you the entire devastating story, the years of lies, the secret property, how my sister smiled in my face while living in the house my husband bought her with our future, and the moment my world completely collapsed. If you've ever been financially and emotionally betrayed by both your spouse and your own family, hit that like button right now and stay until the end. This one will make your blood boil. I met Robert in 1995 at a mutual friend's barbecue. He was steady, ambitious, and promised me a stable life. We got married in 1997 and built what I thought was a strong marriage. Daniel was born in 1998, and Madison in 2003. Robert worked his way up to a senior management position. I was a high school teacher for 25 years. We lived modestly, so we could save aggressively for retirement. No fancy vacations, no new cars every few years, everything went into that fund. Our dream was clear. Sell our current house, buy a nice RV, and spend our golden years traveling across America and visiting Europe. We even had a countdown calendar in the kitchen. My older sister Elena, she's 5 years older than me, had been through 2 messy divorces. She often struggled financially, so I helped her whenever I could, paying bills, lending money, letting her stay with us. Robert was always understanding and supportive of me helping my sister. In fact, he and Elena got along very well. They would talk for hours at family gatherings. I thought it was wonderful that my husband and sister were close. We were so close to our dream, until I discovered where all our money really went. Looking back, there were signs I ignored. Robert started having more late meetings and overnight trips for work. Money was disappearing from our joint savings faster than expected. When I asked, he always had an excuse: stock market dip, emergency investment, or I'm handling it, don't worry. Meanwhile, Elena's life suddenly got better. She bought a new luxury SUV, started wearing expensive clothes, and casually mentioned she was doing much better financially. When I asked how, she smiled and said, "Someone finally helped me get back on my feet." Once I saw a private Facebook post from Elena showing a beautiful backyard with a pool. She never invited us over. When I asked about the house, she changed the subject. I pushed the doubts away. I trusted my husband. I trusted my sister. I told myself I was just being paranoid at our age. 3 months ago, our financial advisor called me in a panic. "Claire, there's been massive unauthorized withdrawals from your retirement account. You need to come in immediately." I drove to his office with shaking hands. When he showed me the statements, I felt like the floor dropped out from under me. Over $850,000 transferred over the past 4 years to a real estate company. The final title deed was in Elena's name, a luxury mansion in an upscale neighborhood just 40 minutes from our house. I didn't even go home. I plugged the address into my GPS and drove straight there. As I pulled up, my heart stopped. It was a stunning 5-bedroom house with a pool, a 3-car garage, and perfectly landscaped gardens. Robert's car was parked in the driveway. And there was Elena, laughing in the backyard while watering flowers, looking happier than I'd seen her in years. I sat in my car filming everything on my phone, tears streaming down my face. My retirement dreams, my future, had been turned into a mansion for my sister. The affair started 9 years ago, right after Elena's second divorce. She was depressed and lonely. Robert began comforting her. What started as emotional support turned into a full-blown affair. Over time, Robert secretly funneled money from our retirement fund into buying her this mansion. He created fake investment accounts and paperwork to hide the transfers. The house was put solely in Elena's name so it wouldn't show up in our joint assets. While I was teaching summer school and pinching pennies, they were house hunting together and furnishing her dream home. Robert would tell me he was on business trips when he was actually staying overnight at the mansion. Elena continued playing the struggling sister role so I would keep helping her, all while living in luxury paid for by my husband. My husband didn't just cheat on me. He stole our entire future and gave my sister the beautiful home we were supposed to grow old in together. I walked up to the front door and rang the bell. When Elena opened it, her smile froze. Robert appeared behind her, his face turning white as a ghost. I held up the bank statements and the property deed. "How could you?" I screamed, my voice echoing through their perfect foyer. "You spent our entire retirement fund, $850,000, buying my sister a mansion? While I was saving every penny and planning our future together?" Robert couldn't even look me in the eyes. He mumbled, "Claire, it's not what it looks like." "Not what it looks like?" I laughed through angry tears. "There's a 5-bedroom mansion with a pool in my sister's name, and our retirement account is empty. You stole our dreams so she could live like a queen." Elena started crying, reaching for my arm. "Claire, please. After everything I've been through with my divorces, I deserved some happiness. Robert was just trying to help me." "Help you?" I yanked my arm away. "You deserve happiness built on stealing from your own sister and her husband? You smiled at every family dinner knowing you were sleeping with my husband in the house he bought you with our money." I looked at both of them, the two people I had trusted most for decades, and felt nothing but disgust. "You both make me sick. I want a divorce, Robert. And Elena, you are dead to me. Don't ever contact me or my children again." I turned and walked out, slamming the heavy front door behind me. The divorce is ugly and ongoing. Robert is being forced to sell the mansion or refinance to repay the retirement fund. Our children, Daniel and Madison, are devastated. They can't believe their father and aunt would do this. Family gatherings are gone forever. At 55 years old, I'm starting over with almost nothing. No retirement savings, no dream travels, just a broken heart and a lot of anger. I started therapy right away and joined a support group for women who've been betrayed financially and emotionally. It's been the hardest journey of my life, but I'm slowly healing. My husband stole our money and our future, but he couldn't steal my strength or my worth. I lost my marriage and my sister in one brutal betrayal, but at 55, I'm discovering who I really am. I'm focusing on my children and rebuilding my life one day at a time. I still believe in love and trust, just not with the people who destroyed me. If this story made your blood boil the way it did mine, please leave a comment below. Could you ever forgive a sister who let your husband buy her a mansion with your retirement money? Have you ever been financially betrayed by someone you loved? I read every single comment. You are not alone in this pain. If you want more raw, emotional stories about marriage, betrayal, and family secrets, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Next week, I have another shocking story ready for you. Thank you for sitting with me through this heartbreak. Take care of your heart and your future, and I'll see you in the next one.